Ever since Sir Alex Ferguson left Manchester United back in 2013, the team has lacked identity, it has lacked spirit, and it has lacked star power. The team has been very, very lackluster for the past few years, but it looks like they may have struck gold this past January when they signed Bruno Fernandes after so many months of speculation. They finally got it done. And even though a lot of people thought that he could have been a flop, he's not so far. From what we've seen, he's been a very, very good player. Bruno Fernandes, I wouldn't say single-handedly, but he has spearheaded this new Manchester United side. He has reinvigorated Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes has given Manchester United a spark, a much-needed spark after that first half of the 2019-2020 season was so incredibly dull. Bruno Fernandes, one of the biggest reasons why, if we do return to normality in a few months, Manchester United can play Champions League next season. Before the entire soccer world was suspended, Manchester United was in 5th place of the Premier League. They were in 5th place, 45 points, and to get to 5th place, they defeated Manchester City, Watford, and Chelsea, all Premier League games. But, of course, as you all know, 5th place is not enough to advance to the Champions League in the Premier League. You have to earn 4th place. But for the sake of this video, let's just assume that we do go back to normality in a few weeks or in a few months, and the Premier League is able to play out its 2019-2020 season, and Manchester United earns a spot to the Champions League. Now, if they earn a spot for the 2020-2021 Champions League, Manchester United suddenly becomes an attraction once again. Let me explain why. Big players, big time superstar players are looking for big superstar platforms. They want to play Champions League. Manchester United has missed out on the Champions League numerous times in the last few years. That's why they haven't been able to sign those superstar caliber players. Now, with Bruno Fernandes being at the top of his game, leading the way for this new era at Manchester United, and if they were to earn a Champions League spot, then that just means that Manchester United will attract big-time players again. When I say big-time players, I'm talking about, of course, you already know who I'm talking about, Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho would definitely want to go. And if you're Jadon Sancho and you're contemplating your options for next season, you look at teams like Chelsea, you look at teams like Manchester City, who didn't want you. You look at teams like Arsenal, who are probably not going to play Champions League. And you look at teams like Manchester United, and you see Manchester United, and again, assuming they go to they advance to the Champions League this season, you say, they're a Champions League team. They have a very, very good and young, talented attack. Marcus Rashford, what's his name? Anthony Martial, and Mason Greenwood. Why would I not go to Manchester United? He has the opportunity to be one of the poster boys at Manchester United. But Manchester United needs that Champions League attraction to bring in the big players. And, of course, I forgot to mention Bruno Fernandes. But it's just crazy how much depends on actually advancing to the Champions League. I do think that even if this season isn't able to play out next season, I'm pretty sure Manchester United will be playing Champions League soccer. That's almost a fact. If everything goes well, I think Manchester United could very well be a Champions League team. Now, if Jadon Sancho joins Manchester United and they're a Champions League team, and they already have Bruno Fernandes and Mason Greenwood and Anthony Martial and Marcus Rashford and Scott McTominay, then they're going to attract more players like Jack Grealish, who's been linked to Manchester United for a few months now. And you might even attract someone that's already there, Paul Pogba. What if Paul Pogba just suddenly says, you know what? Why do I want to go to Real Madrid and compete for a spot over there when I can stay at Manchester United, a team that plays Champions League, again, assuming that they do, a team where I have a lot of support, where all the pressure isn't on me because all of a sudden I'm not the biggest signing in history of the club, and I can still ball out. Why not? Just imagine that. Imagine that. And I know Manchester United fans right now are very, very happy, very excited. They're going to jump on career mode and they're going to do something like that. They're going to buy Jadon Sancho. It's a great scenario, by the way. It's a very positive scenario for Manchester United after all the crap they've been through these last couple of years. Now, let's just start imagining the 2021, let's just fast forward a year, 2021. Manchester United, they were able to bring in Jack Grealish. They were able to bring in Jadon Sancho. They kept Paul Pogba. He's healthy. He's playing again, and he's been doing really good. Marcus Rashford has been on top of his game. Bruno Fernandes has been killing it for a year now. And Manchester United is a European powerhouse in a year's time. If you guys aren't getting the point that I'm trying to make here, how important is playing Champions League soccer? Look at the snowball effect. Look at how much you can improve. Look at how much your situation can improve if you become a Champions League team. That is the point that I'm trying to make. Manchester United's future depends on making the Champions League within these next few seasons. If they just become a stellar Europa League team, they are going to become Arsenal 2.0. You cannot do that. Manchester United has to play Champions League. If they want all these players, if they want all this luxury, if they want to be a European powerhouse, once again, they're not right now. And they were before, but if they want to become a European powerhouse once again, they have to play Champions League. And again, I think they will. They will. It's only a matter of time before this team just explodes. And it's unlucky. It's unlucky for all of us that this is happening. But especially unlucky for them because they were doing really good. They found their groove. They knew what they were playing for. They knew what the system was like. They had found a way, a style of game that suited everyone, and suddenly everything just comes to an end. Unlucky for them, but I'm pretty sure they're going to get back to normal very, very soon. I mean, let me know what you guys think about this whole scenario that I played out for Manchester United, potentially bringing in Sancho and Grealish and keeping Pogba and Bruno Fernandes being one of the stars in the Premier League and Manchester United becoming great again in the 2020s decade. That sounds so weird, but yeah, that's what I think will happen with Manchester United. Let me know what you think about Manchester United's future in the comments down below. Please follow us on Twitter and on Instagram at Veterans Minimum. If you want to get some of this merch, like the hat that I am wearing, support us $1 a month on Patreon, patreon.com/Veterans Minimum. Follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at Alex Perez FC. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it. VMFC, thank you so much. Until next week, take care. Goodbye.